I dreamed that I saw myself wearing the white hijab with the white dress, and I saw myself looking myself like a Muslim, and I was in a small white room, and I look at my both sides, and I have my two daughters holded by my both hands on my sides, and they were wearing the same white dress that I was wearing, the white hijab. In this small room, we were praising Allah. We were making sujood to Allah. I was speaking in Arabic, the surahs, and I was so overwhelmed by this, that this is the right way to praise God. Still though, on my right side, I saw a small door, and I saw the shaitan. And he will not enter this white room. He was just there, standing, like in fire. I saw his eyes was like in fire. And he told me, don't become Muslim. Don't believe in Islam. Stay Christian or be anything you want to be. And he started telling me bad words in Spanish. He tried to scare me. But I don't know how come out of my mouth the words, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. I said it. And it was like a wind grabbed him out of this place. And I felt no fear in my heart. I grabbed my two daughters again, and we continued praising God. And every time we were standing up from sujood, every Allahu Akbar, our bodies were bigger and bigger. Again, Allahu Akbar, and we were bigger and bigger. In one of those sujood, when we said Subhana Rabbil Ala, Subhana Rabbil Ala, Subhana Rabbil Ala, on the floor, I heard Allahu Akbar. I came back to my consciousness, and this was the Adhan of Fajr. And at that time, I said myself consciously, full awake, Allahu Akbar. I was totally sure, I was 100% sure that God has answered my question. What is the right way, the only right way to come to God? Islam. Right now, I'm so thankful that God has made me Muslim, because this is to be Muslim, as we know. This is the difference of going to the fire forever, forever. There is no 1 year, 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years. It's 1,000 and 1,000 and forever and ever. Inshallah, I will be of the chosen ones. And because I love my babies, I want to raise them up as a true Muslims. After my dream, when I realized the whole thing, I felt taqwa in my heart. So I went to grab whatever cloth I had in my house. I covered myself, and I fear not to be in the right way of God. I want only to be in the right way from that time until now, and inshallah until the day I die. I asked my husband, mother at that time, please tell me, how can I be Muslim? Now, I want to be Muslim. So she took me to Al-Awqaf to make my shahada. I did it then. I came back. 3 days later on, Ramadan started. It was like a dream, and I don't want to wake up from my dream. I want to go on with it. I started fasting with no problems at all.
I was sleeping with my mom that night, and my mom used to tell me that you should kiss the cross, and she used to read me parts about the Bible, and she had the Bible in her hands, and she said, you open it. I asked her, but if he looks a dead man, he told me he didn't die and he didn't live and he wasn't born.
I was getting ready to face my family. For the first time, me as Muslim. It was a big challenge. It was a big challenge because would they accept me? What's going to be the reaction? But I had to face them sooner or later. I said, next year. No. I had to do it sooner or later. So we were in the way. When I was there, it was everyone to meet me. Like, it's the same person. It's just that now I have the truth in my heart out. This fitra seed, it was just starting to grow in myself. When my mother saw me, she said, well, yes, she saw me covered. I did not take off my hijab at all. It was my faith the whole time. And it was my duty to spread Islam even though with my 1 year knowledge. I had to do it. Whatever I knew, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, I had to spread it, whether they believe it or not. Whatever I knew about Islam, I had to tell my family. When they saw me praying, they want to see what I'm doing. They want to see, they want to know, but they were not really there to ask me. When they saw me praying, and I stand up, I finished my salah, I said, oh, so you exercise when you're praying? Others told me, oh, now you believe you're Mother Teresa yourself? Yeah, this Mother Teresa of Calcutta. And I said, I'm a true Muslim. You don't have to be a nun to practice the true religion. I mean, you don't have to look like that. I mean, they told me if you're a nun, you must cover. You don't have to look like that. I said, this is part of the belief. Like the Virgin Mary, she covered, we covered. This is the best example of a woman. One of the best ones and the best one. So we must follow her. Like I told you, if you believe in it, you do it. It was a big shock for all of my family. And especially because I would say the American media, the CNN in Spanish, has taken charge on spreading what Muslims, terrorists, are like. That's why in my family in Mexico, in my city, they could not connect the idea that a normal person, a good practitioner, could be a good Muslim, could be a Muslim. This was the whole idea. It was just like opposing ideas that a terrorist and a good practitioner of the deen. How can it be? And I explained to them, as there are good Christians and bad Christians, there is good Muslims and wrong-doing Muslims. I mean, unfortunately, but this is the reality. And inshallah, all of us will become like true brothers and sisters. This is another issue that inshallah, I'm very concerned about that we are not like, oh, I'm Mexican, I am Arab, I am, first of all, we are Muslim sisters and brothers. This is our first identity. I wish, all of us will become like that. Like, this is not the true in reality. You go to the street, oh, yes, nice to meet you. Oh, I am German, or I am local. Oh no, I am Palestinian. All of this first word of identity, and to me, when they ask me, I say I am a Muslim and I am from Mexico, which is, this is not a major important fact. I'm a Muslim. This is the most important thing. And about my children's reaction. First, Fatima was like, Mama, but you told me never listen to the Arabs. To me it was the Arabs, it was not the Muslims. Because you see it like that. They picture themselves like that. And when I realized the whole Islam, I was so mad up to now. Why they never told me a word? What if I die on kufur, being kafir. And my husband never told me a word. The only thing he just said to me sometimes, he said, and you think this is the right way, and you think this is the right way to praise, and you believe in this book. But other word than that, not him, not his family, not Arab people will give me a hint. It's like they are busy with themselves, or I question myself, they don't believe in their own deen. I don't know. Like these people that they are born Muslim, they are like, in one word, they don't realize the gift that Allah has given them. In my opinion, they don't see what is this gift. It's heaven. Someday, of course, someday, but it's going to be someday, but it's going to be heaven. It's the difference, heaven and hell. They don't realize this fact. Because if they did, they would have told me and told anyone else, everyone around them about Islam. They don't mention it. You just see them praying the 5 times a day, who pray 5 times a day, and that's it. But I wish in me and my babies we can do a difference in Islam to the society around us. This is my hope.
I'm very proud to be a Muslim, and that my mom is helping me to be better Muslim every day. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. خلق الإنسان من علق. اقرأ وربك الأكرم. الذي علم بالقلم. علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم.